Welcome to Zelda Speedruns and welcome to what is gonna be a really busy weekend on ZSR with like 15 streams or something. Last time I checked, really busy. Doesn't really matter because we are ready for more Link to the Past Randomizer Crossworld Keysanity tournament shenanigans today with round 1 and Frostbite3030 with this Jixson. And without further ado, because you all don't want to hear my not really lovely voice about the game and the commentators, let's hand it off to the comms and to Goomba and to Lin. So let's mute the music and let's say hi to the comms and hi to the trackers, which you won't hear, to iBot and to Nato. Hey!
Hello.
Hello everyone. Very hyped for this match.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good one.
So what do you think? Who's taking that? Who's the favorite here?
I would probably give it to Frostbite.
I would give it to Frostbite as well, although lately he hasn't been doing very... he's not doing bad, but he's been in a bit of a slump lately. I hope he picks it up, because that's actually a tourney match now, not only just like small races.
Quickly syncing up the streams here, and then we're good to go. There we go. Alrighty. Enjoy, everyone.
Oh,
That's a pretty crazy start.
that's a very crazy start. That's like literally the best item you can get in Link's house.
Yeah. Alright. I just do that because my mic's kind of loud and I'm too lazy to set up proper push to talk.
So Frostbite, it's spending time firing bombs here. None of them actually went for the, like, I won't say common, but that one thing I do personally is the Holy Hand start by checking it out.
It's a pretty popular opener.
It took him a while though to get those 2 bombs.
Yeah.
Jixson actually gonna be able to buy 10 bombs since he already found a shop and 50 rupees.
Yeah, that's pretty convenient. Getting those early bombs can be kind of difficult sometimes, which is why a lot of people prefer doing that Holy Hand start.
I mean, with the number of shops you can find in Crossworlds, it's kind of convenient to have money very early, so you can buy them.
Yep.
Frostbite going for the chest here.
Moon Pearl, this early. And a mirror. That is really nice.
A Moon Pearl and a mirror sub 3 minutes. Okay. Okay, game.
That is pretty sweet start. Not gonna lie. Oh, Jixson does not have the money to pay this NPC for the hint, which is a bit unfortunate.
That's one of the worst Sanctuary start, because it's basically useless.
Yeah. Like, unless this one door happens to be an incredibly useful connector, which it decidedly is not, that save and quit point is completely useless. So that's a bit unfortunate.
At least they have good items already, so it won't
Yeah.
matter a lot, I guess.
Yeah. Although what you really want to see early when you have Sanctuary in such a bad location is the float. Not really seeing a whole lot of action so far over in the Eastern Palace area, and oh, that's unfortunate.
That's very unfortunate, especially where Jixson was. I mean, that's kind of very out of the way.
Yeah.
Don't really want to die here.
Yeah. At least he has a mirror though.
Yeah, I mean, when he's gonna be like, if he goes back to the pod area, he's gonna be able to mirror back here. So
Yeah. And now we'll start seeing Kakariko, which has a lot of entrances, and is therefore usually very, very valuable. Well, you never like seeing Spike Cave, but at least it's in a spot that's easy to return to.
So an early Iron Castle deep play from Frostbite. Going there with bomb is kind of slow.
Yeah, it's a bit time consuming. It's understandable though.
I mean, you have Sanctuary, like, it's accessible, so going there, getting the items.
Yeah. Usually you'll see runners try to put it off until they have a more effective weapon. But doing it with bombs is not a bad play. I could definitely see this being a decent option.
You have money. There's a bomb shop just next to him.
Yeah.
He's not wasting a lot of resources here.
Yeah, you have the resources, it's just a question of how much time you invest in this. And it is definitely slower than doing it with a different weapon, but he's getting it out of the way. I respect that. I also really need to learn how to do that room properly with bombs, because I'm really bad at that one.
So Jixson deciding not to go to Karakit, but going to not out of the way locations, but still. You won't be able to check everything here, since you're gonna be missing like a glove, for example.
Yeah. It's an interesting play. Bit unconventional.
Even
Also
going
a bit
gold.
dangerous, given his health right now. This is a bit risky.
Did Frostbite take a connector from Hyrule Castle and ended up still in Kakariko?
I am not sure.
I think he did. He took the last exit and he ended up in Kakariko again.
Yeah, I was looking at Jixson's. I missed that. Finding a connector at the Ice Rod Cave area.
We know where the other end of the connector is. It's Astrala.
Yeah. I'm rock big chest. It's a nice one to find. Frostbite finds a mostly uninteresting hype cave. Troll Rock small keys are not the greatest in the world. At least not in Entrance Truffle, where you typically only need one.
Especially when we already found the TRP chest entrance. That means that he has 2 already, so he has enough already.
Yeah. He'll never need more than 2, and he'll probably only need 1, depending on if the laser budget is successful. And a vanilla Kakariko well. It's always nice.
I'm actually very surprised they didn't found anything in Zelda Cell or in Hyrule Castle as a whole, since the small key was so early.
Yeah.
Like earlier, like we got that Hyrule Castle key early as well, and I had a fire rod in Zelda Cell. I wasn't even surprised because since it was so early, there has to be something here.
I'm always pretty surprised if I don't find something there if the key's early. This is a pretty nice seed though. We got Moon Pearl, a mirror, a sword. Lots of good stuff. And
another Valina drop.
Yeah.
The set is kind of nice, I would say. For now, there's
For
not
now.
a lot in CAG, though. Like there's Spike Cave and Hookshot Cave, Hyrule Castle. That's it.
Yeah. Although that might be a good thing, given the rather unfortunate save and quit point conundrum they have going here. Not having to return to CAC a million times might be for the best. And we find Ganon hanging out in the Lost Woods. How nice of him.
They got the well. We're still missing that fairy drop.
Yeah.
And we have Uncle somewhere as well. So the remaining drops are kind of nice.
It's a pretty likely chance that the Lumberjack drop-down will not be required. Because either it's just nothing, or he can just get the items anyway if it's the Uncle.
Oh, you can scout it. That's the thing.
Yeah. No. Well. It's nothing regardless. So at this point we're looking at Uncle and the Fairy Cave.
I think we're also missing Thief.
That sounds right. Because, yeah, they didn't do the whole LAN opener, so nobody's checked the drop down by the Witch's Hut. Desert Palace, okay. One of the more time-consuming connectors, but he's got the small key, so it's 3 items for him as well.
I mean, given where he is, like what he would do if it wasn't a connector, so, like maybe check the remaining drops, which he can get to.
Given his position, like you're checking this, or you're doing something slow, or you're just saving, quitting, and going somewhere else. So following this makes sense.
Especially when you have the small key.
Yep. Definitely a good choice, I would say.
Oh, definitely a good choice indeed.
Well, quite the good choice. Oh.
Oof. Definitely a very good choice.
And with the mirror and the hammer, he can go across the bridge on the top to the east side of the mountain as well. This is a lot of stuff. This is a very generous seed so far, I have to say.
I mean, even gonna be able to save Old Man very easily since he has a sword, and I believe he has the means to do that very easily, even without it. But swords is very convenient, I would say.
Yeah. About the only thing the seed could give them at this point is the all-important glove, but beggars can't be choosers.
Like, you're even able to check the tablet on your first trip here. Like,
Yeah,
how
this
good
is...
is it? What?
Oh, that is good to know. That is some valuable information. Okay, we're gonna need another sword before we can reach Vitreous. And some other things.
I know it's the other end of that connector. Right? It's in Lost Woods, if I remember correctly. So that's actually a very nice connector to be here, because you know it's useless.
And I believe we did see another sword on the race game earlier. So if they can reach that sword, which is pretty likely given how many connectors they have available, then they can get that big key. Which of course is not immediately useful, but it's a thing. It's definitely a thing.
Jixson didn't find a whole lot by not going to Calgary early. That's
Yeah.
especially given the fact that he kind of orphaned a few entrances without that glove.
Looks like Jixson is following Frostbite into the Lost Woods, so he will likely soon find himself on the mountain as well.
Where was that desert Smokey? Because he doesn't seem to have it.
Oh yeah, he does not, it would seem.
It probably was in Paradox Cave, right? He didn't go there yet.
Yeah, I believe it was in there along with the Moon Pearl. That could prove troublesome if he leaves that hammer behind for too long. But ultimately, the hammer isn't quite as important in Crossworld Keysanity as it is in normal modes. So, might not be too bad if he leaves it sitting there for a while.
Like, we just have to know where the last entrance to desert is. So, because the other two
Yeah.
are kind of out of the way, unless you get a fluke to get to the one on Death Mountain.
Yep. Opting not to follow Desert Palace right now. Okay. We're going south. Aghanim's tower found, which is a fairly annoying location. But second chest is one of the more painful one-offs to backtrack for.
That's the thing, though. Like in his trip to South Shore, I think Jixson found the small key. We know it's not. I mean, no, it's actually not necessary to kill Aga at all this seed, since we already have a hammer. I don't think we're gonna have.
Ooh, that is a fire rod on the uncle. That's pretty good. Oh, wow.
Oh,
Wow, the seed. This is a lot of stuff.
so you either go to desert and get the hammer, or you go check Uncle and get the fire rod and a glove.
That is some stuff right there, everyone. That is definitely some stuff. Another vanilla drop down. You need to calm down, game. Jixson is executing a Houlihan, which, given his lack of money, probably a good choice.
So we can say for sure, like, the drop of the pyramid is the thief.
Yes, so that adds one additional item to the Ganon's Tower climb.
It's actually full Dark World access here. Like, we know where the glove
Yeah.
is, hammer is, we have Pearl, we have a mirror.
It's pretty ridiculous how much stuff our runners have open to them this early in the seed. This is fairly uncommon, actually.
But now he's checking what he already went through.
Oh, this could get spicy. Jixson could fight Mafula right here and right now. This could get real spicy.
I wouldn't even attempt it with that equipment. I don't think I would. Maybe.
I might. Probably not, though. It's not in such a bad spot. It's pretty easy to come back for later. You're probably just gonna die if you try to fight Mafia like this. That's Ganon's Tower. That's pretty good. There's a lot of chests in Ganon's Tower right here. Pretty good place.
Not in a real bad spot, actually.
Unfortunately, Frostbite does not really have the equipment to conveniently do a whole lot in here. He could get a few chests on the left side with some bomb jumps. I mean, he could get all of the stuff on left side with some bomb jumps, but that's a lot of bomb jumps.
It's a lot of bomb jumps, and if you fail one, you have to, like, start from the beginning.
It's debatably not worth the effort. Yeah, we got a connector in a rather inconvenient spot.
I wouldn't go to that connector. There's a chance of being locked out. Oh, he's not. Oh, that's like a good one!
I think I would have. I think I like going in that connector, given where it was, because you can't check the other stuff and then end on it.
Yeah, that's true.
Back of desert. Okay, that's a good spot to find. And Swamp Palace. Oh wow. That's I don't even know what that is.
He actually did Light World Death Mountain in one go. That's actually very convenient.
I don't even know what to think of the seed anymore. Shut up, Illis. and Mire? What is this Death Mountain? What is this Death Mountain right now? This is getting ridiculous. What's the seed in general, actually? He's just throwing all the stuff at them. None of the keys, though. So I guess we're just gonna be looking for keys for an hour towards the end game. It's usually how these seeds go.
Having cleared so much on the mountain already.
Oh, Mothula has the Swamp Palace Small-Key. That is a powerful hit. That is a really powerful hit.
Like, having cleared so much of the mountain already, like, you want to find a connector to the Dark World now. Because,
Yeah.
like, so you can clear very efficiently with that mirror.
Speaking of connectors, here's a connector. Which we can actually take, because we just so happen to have the cape. And Jixson, meanwhile, is going to be collecting his Moon Pearl here shortly.
And yeah,
Along with that Desert Small Key. Okay. This just keeps getting better.
Wait, that was Paradox Cave. One of the exits of Paradox Cave.
Yep. Okay.
I actually didn't mirror out, but like, we know it's a big 20, so not necessarily a big loss.
Yeah, not a big loss. That's a pretty good save and quit point.
That's actually very good.
That's a really good save and quit point.
Given how many dungeons we have on the mountain, it's actually very, very good.
Yeah.
Oh. You might actually be able to find the hammer very early from Jack once you get to Village of Outcast. I mean,
Yeah.
you found all three this entrance and you got the small key.
Yeah, it's pretty likely he'll... Oh, here's the dam as well. One step closer to Swamp Palace. But yeah, it's fairly likely that Jixson will stumble upon that desert entrance and get his hammer.
I mean, Frostbite's gonna be very pleased to see that the save point on Old Man is on top of the mountain, because he's gonna get a massive sword right now.
Yep. And then he can get his Misery Mire big key whenever he wants to. It is interesting though. Frostbite knowing that Mothula is such a valuable item, do you think he'll attempt it? He is a bit better equipped than Jixson was.
He will, but he needs a glove first.
Yeah, he needs
And
to
he
get
went
that glove.
south after finding Village of Outcasts.
Yeah. It might take him a while to go north and get that glove. Oh, and here is Laser Bridge. That's a nice find.
And actually in logic with that cape. So we might find something here.
And there we have a pod big key on Jixson's side. It's not the most convenient spot for Laser Bridge, but it's good enough.
I actually do agree that finding the old man here, you are going to save him.
And there's the Lepers, okay.
But Jixson actually jumped. He doesn't have the save point yet.
Yeah.
We didn't know how to get there. It's not... I mean, it's kind of far from Link's house since it was Paradox Cave, but still. Like, having that save point here, like, would have saved him a lot of time.
Yeah. So we're really only a hookshot away from being able to access the entirety of Swamp Palace, minus Mafiola, or not, minus the big chest once we kill Mafiola, which is kind of crazy, given how early in the seed this is. But
When we're not past the 30-minute yet, and like we have basically everything open to us aside from the Maya area. Like,
yeah, there are a lot of options, and we are probably going to see a lot of divergence. We always see a lot of divergence in this mode, but even more than usual, I would say, with how many options our runners have available. There's
there
the
it
shot.
is.
What can you even say about that?
I actually think Swamp is a very good play here. Like,
Yeah,
Frostbite doesn't know, but he actually can access it very, very easily.
yeah, he needs to get that glove first, and then find the back of Skullwoods, which could take him a while given the route he's chosen.
I can't really blame him. Like, you have hammer, you have a mirror, you kind of want to check everything. Yeah, that's gonna be very efficient. When
Yeah.
it would be even better, but that's still very efficient to check both worlds at the same time.
Yeah.
He also has that massive sword, so might actually see him go on top of the pyramids as well. Unfortunately, he's very far away from his glove.
The crack in the pyramid leads to Turtle Rock. We have seen Laser Bridge, we've seen the big chest entrance. I don't think we've seen either of the other two, so it will be one of those.
Then having two small keys for T-Rock is actually very good, in my opinion, if it's the entrance.
Yeah, if it's the front, that's a bit inaccessible, so they would have to actually go through the dungeon to get it. This routing is working out very well for Frostbite though. He's getting a lot of checks done with that mirror.
He's even gonna be able to check shopping mall and dark. Oh no, he doesn't have a glove, so he's gonna leave two
Yeah.
entrances.
He's gonna leave some entrances behind.
But I wouldn't even actually go right now. I'm not leaving those two entrances. Like, you can route that when you're going north from Village Outcast and then take the Whirlpool. So you can actually, in my opinion, leave them for now.
Yeah, Jixson is checking out Desert Palace, so he's going to be getting his hammer very shortly.
I didn't see what was there exactly.
Hera, I believe it was the Vanilla Death Mountain Ascent Cave south of the Lumberjack.
That's a lot of entrances. Frostbite had checked already. 32 minutes in.
Yeah. This is getting pretty silly. And he will be collecting his hammer now, so he'll be pretty happy about that, I expect. Now it'll be interesting to see what Frostbite does from here, because there's a couple different directions he could take from this point.
I would leave. Laser bridges.
Okay, so the Pyramid Fairy is the left exit from Turtle Rock, I guess.
So we're not gonna see that.
Yeah. It could be a semi-useful connector, I guess. I forget exactly where the big chest entrance was.
The big chest entrance is a shopping mall.
Right. With a flute, that's not a terrible connector. If they need to get to the pyramid in a hurry.
So we're gonna be able to see the two entrances Jixson missed when he died in the eastern area.
Yeah. Getting throughout the eastern pod areas to get out the mirror is always very, very nice. Doesn't happen to me very often, because I tend to check the eastern area early, but when it happens, it's magical.
So what have we not found yet? Eastern?
Yeah, we haven't seen
Eastern pod,
Town, Ice.
And Frostbite actually covered a lot already.
Or Pod. I haven't seen Pod either.
Like Frostbite even routed, you could even route the tablet on his first trip. That actually very, very efficient from him. Like given the item he has right now.
Yeah, Frostbite is, despite the lack of this glove, he's putting out a pretty efficient route here.
And when is gonna find out where the old man save and quit point is, he's gonna be very happy, I guess, since he knows he has a very easy access to Village of Outcast again, so he can go north from here.
Yep.
I assume he's gonna take it, and that's where he's gonna find the glove, for sure.
Seems probable. But we'll see when this route ends. It could still keep going for several more minutes before he stops and save and quits.
I mean, he's gonna check the flute point right now, and I'm assuming he's going to the pyramid after that.
Presumably, yes.
Like, it's even better. He's not gonna save and quit. That's the thing. He's probably gonna hook across to the other side to get back to Village of Outcast.
Yeah, he could do that also. Well, Jixson doesn't appear to have missed much. Eve's Town is our green pendant, and Skullwood's a crystal. Alright.
So very high value for Skullwoods at the moment with a crystal and a swan small.
Yeah, that moth kill is looking pretty valuable. Although it might take Frostbite a while to find the back of Skullwoods. It's a somewhat isolated location for him at this point. Another fairly useless Turtle Rock small key.
Especially given that we have all the useful entrances. I mean, when you have the right entrance. The left one doesn't really matter.
Although the fact that the game keeps giving them Turtle Rock small keys is a bit telling.
I mean, you already had Fire as well,
Yeah.
which wasn't very useful. We found that other end of the connector. I don't remember where, but I know Frostbite.
Yeah, I remember seeing that. Don't remember where though. And here's Pals of Darkness. Okay. It's not the best place to find a dungeon like this that you want to revisit probably multiple times. But
Given that connector, that very ascent connector, that might not be that bad, but I don't remember what it was exactly.
yeah. Frostbite can't really get a whole lot done in here right now. You can get these 3 chests, plus 2 more if he decides to execute a mimic clip, but I doubt he's going to. Yeah, he's out.
I would have still checked the hint.
Yeah.
Like a few seconds. Hints are very powerful in this mode as well.
Yeah. I don't think checking out the hint would have been a bad option, but I can understand skipping it for the moment. Alright, he is continuing. Presumably he's going to go up and hookshot across. Go west towards Skullwoods.
He will go back a
Will
little
net
bit.
him that glove along the way.
Like after getting the glove, like I think it's gonna go back. Like Catfish, he can go check the shopping mall and dark shopping mall.
Yeah, it's pretty likely, I would say. But he is, of course, going to check this first, not knowing he's about to get a glove. And I don't believe he ever checked the potion shop either, so... Ooh, that's not something you like seeing.
None of our runner did actually check the
Yeah,
the
we've
potion.
seen this yet.
Okay.
Well, it's not terribly impressive, so...
Actually going for it.
I don't blame him for this choice, but it is going to send him away from that glove, which could prove troublesome.
Knowing that he has to go north from Village of Outcast, and like he doesn't know. That's the thing. He doesn't know.
Yeah, like from our perspective, this could be bad for him potentially, but from his perspective, I think this is a good play. And even then, I don't think it's really gonna be that bad.
It's not. It's not. Definitely not gonna be that bad.
Well, that kind of works, I guess.
That works out pretty well, I would say.
Did we see Frostbite follow Hookshot Cave as a connector? I don't remember.
Nope, no, definitely
Yeah,
not.
I didn't think so. So this is new information. Oh,
Right, Frostbite about to get the glove and the fire rod.
okay. Well, Frostbite is about to get the stuff now, along with something else.
So, Jixson
Oh,
found.
we got a big key. 2 Turtle Rock. Okay, that's pretty good.
Jixson found Bumble Edge. I didn't see where exactly.
Hookshot Cave. The other
Ah,
end of
that was-
Hookshot Cave. Okay, so Frostbite is about to get his glove and fire rod. We'll probably be happy to see those. The glove especially.
I mean, knowing that bit of information that Moth has small key to swamp, I would still hunt for entrances at this point.
Yeah. Definitely makes sense to me. At this point, all you need to full clear Swamp Palace minus the big chest is to find Mothula. Seems like a reasonable thing to aim for.
He's also gonna cover most of the glove entrances. He's gonna run out of entrances very fast, right?
Yeah, there is also Ganon's Tower, and he has a save and quit point literally right next to Ganon's Tower. So that works out pretty nicely for him as well. Jixson picks up the Turtle Rock Big Key. Yes, the dam was found. I don't remember exactly where it was.
Archer game, if I remember correctly. Was it? Something.
Somewhere around there, yeah. That sounds right.
It wasn't Dark Hole, I remember, but I don't remember where exactly.
And as you predicted, it looks like Frostbite is heading back over towards Catfish.
Nope.
Oh, never mind. Debated.
You can loop around here, right? You go to Catfish, you check Dark shopping mall, and you come back here. I think it makes sense to when you were actually here, just next to the whirlpool.
Yeah, I would not have said no to such a play, but
But I guess like
I guess
I'm
he's
looking at
putting
his
it off.
rupees. I'm looking at his rupees. He probably wanted
Yeah,
to route
he's-
Sora with that.
probably putting it off to get money for King Zora first, which makes sense. Definitely a sensible decision. And see, that's why I love this mode so much. You could debate for days on end whether or not a decision is correct, and you still wouldn't get an answer, because there really is no, like, correct decisions in this mode. Shoutouts to Spiral Cave. And there is our last Skullwood Small Key, putting the Swamp Small Key on Mothula into Logic. So the entirety of Swamp Palace, minus the big chest, is in Logic, fully clearable right now. There's something good in there.
Or a whole bunch of Ganon Tower small keys, so you know.
It could be that. But in theory, there's something good in there.
Where's Frostbite going?
That's a good question. I don't quite remember what's over here. I think Meyer was in this general area. Maybe that's where he's going.
It was on the other side, I think. He's going to get a Mario Big Key.
Yeah, he's probably getting his big key and going into Misery Mire. That's my guess.
I think he'll stop by GT first, though.
Yeah, likely. Jixson also finds the very exciting spiral cave. Not a very fun connector to go through, especially not without the boots. I'm always relieved when I find the bottom of Spiral Cave, just so I know I only have to go through it once to get the item. Wow, I can't believe that tablet had the Misery Mire big key. What a surprise.
I think Jixson checked the desert entrance with the book, but I don't remember what it was, but I don't think it was anything relevant.
I think they both checked it. I don't think it was anything useful.
No, Frostbite definitely didn't. Cause...
Did he not? No.
No, he
yeah,
had the
you're
mirror
right.
portal. He had the mirror portal. He would have lost it.
He just turned around and left. That's right. Alright, so we're gonna see Ganon's Tower basement here. This is a lot of items. We can assume Frostbite is going to find some stuff here. Perhaps even some useful stuff.
But with his current equipment, armless knives are not gonna be fun.
Yeah. That could be a very long, painful fight. Oh, we got another Ganon's Tower small key in Ganon's Tower. How typical. Yeah, being forced to use bombs for these crystals, which is always painful. That is a hint that Frostbite did not read. That is also a really good hint.
Could he read it though?
No,
Yeah,
he did not. He could have read it, he just didn't.
Oh.
That's okay.
I mean, I can totally see him going to Mr. Maya next then.
So
He'll get it. He'll get it. There's no way.
neither of our runners know it. But both Swamp Palace and Misery Mire are fully clearable right now.
So that's actually 3 dungeons that you can clear fully. You're missing some big keys. Oh, not even. You can actually full clear Skull Woods as well. You have the big key as well. So
Yeah.
but that's the thing, like, since he didn't check that desert entrance, might be able to route that with Skull. I mean, he doesn't know, but he's gonna be pretty delighted when he's gonna find it, if he does that.
Yeah.
But he has so much to do at the moment.
And now we get this lovely Ice Armos fight. With a Master Sword, which for some reason does less damage to them than the Fighter Sword, because their damage tables are really, really strange. So this will probably take a while.
also, regardless of the mate, they always gonna deal you like half a heart.
Yeah. Jixson finally making that idle castle play that Frostbite did much earlier, but he will be able to do it significantly faster, so it paid off, I guess. And this is a great fight.
Oh, and the heartbeats as well. You kind of want to keep that magic for the last armors, right? To kill it with the fire rod. Even though he has a cape.
Ideally, I would try to clump them up and get hits on multiple Armos Knights with the fire rod shots, but burning the last one also makes sense. I mean, ideally, I would like to not fight Armos Knights with this equipment, but that's beside the point, isn't it? This would be going a lot faster if it was hammering it instead. So. Jixson going for that Dark Cross chest, which I don't remember seeing previously. Ice Pal's big key behind the Ice Armos. Kind of fitting, I suppose.
Not going to Meyer, but he doesn't know about Oldman yet.
Well, he's about to. Got a nice Ganon's Tower map in the Dark Cross. Not the most useful of maps.
Especially when we know where it is, but it doesn't give you anything. Anyways, it doesn't tell you where it is.
Yeah, it is basically worthless.
I didn't see that hint earlier.
Blind has the flute.
The hints are very, very good this year.
The hints in this seed are extremely powerful. Yeah, I think Jixson got that hint earlier. I mean, just missed it, I guess, because we're good commentators.
No, we know the flute is on blind, but we haven't found Keystone yet.
Yeah. We also don't have either of the Thieves' Tongue keys. So that flute will probably show up very late.
Hookshot Cave it is.
Makes sense.
I'm assuming right now Frostbite just gonna go to Skullwoods. I mean, he's gonna be on top of Trample Edge here.
Yeah.
And like, he has small keys to Skullwood, he has the big key, he has the fire rod. There's no reason not to go to Skullwood right now.
Yeah, it's pretty likely our owners are gonna high five in Skullwoods. Like, personally, I hate going to Skullwoods. I just hate Skullwoods. But you kind of, like, there's no reason not to go to Skullwoods when you're right here. You already have the big key and the fire rod, so we're probably going to Skullwoods. Lining up bomb jumps with this medallion sprite looks kind of sketchy.
Kind. Like, I didn't even check the whole of it. It doesn't even have a shadow. Oh, it doesn't even have a shadow when you're. Oh, or the bottom of the medallion is actually the shadow. I mean,
This looks pretty sketchy. He gets it done though. It's a nice red boomerang.
it's not a whole lot we can do right now. Frostbite literally checked almost everything aside where you need to go, which would be Skull Roots, right?
Yeah, but it is a very isolated entrance for him. He probably won't get to it for a decent while. At this point, I kind of feel like both our runners are going to last location or Swamp Palace access, but it's going to be completely different Swamp Palace access.
Jixson hasn't been to South Dark World yet. Doesn't have the hook shot.
Yeah. Or the flippers.
Which are pretty accessible.
I can't wait for this just all to be a massive bait, and there's just nothing in Swamp Palace.
I mean, that's the game.
I mean, yeah.
No, I mean, not the game. The game isn't mine.
There's the hint,
That's the hint.
but
That was the hint for the yeah. That's what I. Great commentator, by the way.
forehead.
I can't really see nothing being in
Well,
Swamp. Maybe it
was-
might just be the lamp. That's the thing. So you can go to wire.
it could be something stupid like the lamp or a Palace of Darkness small key or some technically required item. That's nice, Rod. That's pretty good.
I mean, yeah. Before he gets to Skullwoods, of course you're going for the density, and you're probably gonna check like Dark Shopping Mall, Catfish, or I believe no one has been to Lake Halya yet on the island and check the entrance.
That is correct. This is the kind of awkward point where you want to start speculating about what items you need for go mode, but you don't know yet. 'Cause you don't know which dungeons you need to clear.
Still missing a whole bunch as well. Eastern Ice, T-Sound.
Yeah.
But the hint for mod was around here, right? So I'm assuming Jixson gonna go for it whenever he can.
Yeah. I mean, given the way he's routing, he's probably going to do Mafia at some point during this route anyway. So I'm assuming he's gonna be heading south from here, having already done all the stuff to the north. The ice rod was in the back of Skullwood's entrance, so Frostbite is about to find it.
That makes Silver Rod also clearable, since we know where the cane is.
Yep.
Gotta want to know what the last pendant is, because that bow.
Yeah. That would be.
If it's pod, like, can get really tricky. But we're still missing a lot of big keys, anyways.
Yeah. I don't know, knowing this game, the last pendant is just Swamp Palace. But that would be very good information right now. Yeah, it's interesting that both our runners chose not to mirror in Skullwood to check the pedestal. Maybe they just forgot. I don't know.
I guess I forgot. Like, sometimes I forget as well.
Same. I forget to do that all the time.
Frostbite going for the shopping mall now. I mean, Catfish. I'm assuming Catfish, Sora, loping back to shopping mall, dark shopping mall. Or dark shopping mall first. But he's gotta check everything here.
Yeah. Seems likely. And then he'll be down to not a whole lot, probably.
I mean, what's left? Like, the mid-slot location.
I feel like the seed is going to bottleneck him into either going into Mire or going to where Mafia is. Sort of soon.
We need to fight these down though. Kinda, and bits.
Well, do we?
The flute's on blind.
Yeah.
But you think there's a connector to Mire? We know that the Mire entrance is actually dead because I think there's a fairy fountain from a hint.
Yeah. Like the flute is likely required for access to Ice Palace or something. Jixson having a bit of a rough time with these laser skips. And also running low on magic. But he does get his flippers. Now Jixson just needs that hook shot. And he needs to go kill Mafia and then he can do Swamp Palace.
Well, actually deciding to skip the portal here?
Interesting.
I mean,
Wonder what his plan is here.
Moth.
got crystals at Desert Palace and Tower of Hera.
That's an interesting choice. Like you have K45 and Stumpy, and you're saving quitting to go back to the portal at the other side of that.
It's a bit weird.
Oh, that's connected to the pyramid.
Yeah. I know we saw it somewhere, I just couldn't remember where.
Having checked that so many entrances just 1 hour and 10 minutes in, that's just, I don't think I've ever done that anytime.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy how many early fuels they got in the seed. Just to clean out everything so efficiently. Oh, here's Sahasrara.
That's the third Mario small as well.
There's the last Mario Small Key. So is the cane gonna be fire locked? Is that why the game is giving us these? Jixson does have one more pod key than Frostbite did when he was here earlier, so he will be able to check some more stuff in pod. Chooses not to, though. There's our third small key to Ganon's tower. For Frostbite. Has some interesting logical implications. If nothing else.
I mean, having the 4-tier small keys as well, and knowing, like, we have the 3 small keys from Meyer, like...
Yeah. Definitely suspect that the cane is going to lead to something very important on Trinex. But of course, what we consider very important and what the seed considers very important are vastly different things, so it might just be a pod small key.
what was that hint for? Oh, that was... yeah, Swamp, so... He won't get that unless you get the Swamp small key.
Yeah. But I suspect that he'll very soon find Mafia or just go to Meyer and get the cane.
What about that small on the Vanilla Big just in Turtle Rock? I'm assuming that's why we have 4 keys right now.
Probably.
By the way, Frostbite told me something very interesting. When he saw we were commentating, he just told me to roast him a lot because he's been doing bad plays. So, a boomerang throw, Frostbite, please.
That's good. was the same in the first qualifier I commentated. P-Train told me to bully him, but I'm too nice to bully people that aren't Illis, so I chose not to. And Frostbite about to get spat out of the Pyramid Fairy entrance. Exit. Whatever. We got some more pod keys. We can see a good chunk of pod now. Almost all of it, actually.
I just surprised Jixson didn't go for the, especially given where pod is. I mean, sure you have that connector near in the Dark World, but
Yeah, it's an interesting play to put off pod. I mean, I like putting off pod, but when it's in such awkward spot, it feels kind of bad. It's an understandable choice, though. There's the Ganon's Tower big key. That's interesting.
very, very interesting.
Frostbite chooses not to check the Harmless Hellway and is instead saving his small key. Which makes sense, he's only a bow away from being able to kill Helmasaur King. And, I mean, knowing this game, the bow's just here in the Dark Maze, so... Oh, misses the hammer jump. I mean...
That's a really bad spot for a bow. Let me tell you that. And now I can tell you for sure that's the reason we have 4 Turtle Rock small keys. Because someone was kind of telling me, like, yeah, I was saying that was just a possibility, and now I'm telling you, yes, that's it.
Oh, this seed is dumb. Alright, well, I guess Frostbite can kill Helmasaur King now. Getting some new checks on the bow side of pod as well. Now, where is Jixson planning to go?
I'm hoping he's going to the hookshot. Like, there was no reason to skip it like this.
Yeah, he's kind of isolated that hookshot a bit.
So well, pod is a crystal as well, right now,
Yeah.
before Frostbite even completes it.
Yeah.
So I can definitely say that's one of the reasons we have 4 T-Rock small keys to get that small key.
To get the bow.
Get the bow. Yes.
So, we now have a bow, and we have a Ganon's Tower big key. The latter is currently out of logic without the lamp. Well, they both are out of logic without the lamp. But
I don't know, we're still missing some dungeons. Even though we know one is dependent.
Yeah, so Jixson got his hookshot. I don't believe he's seen the hint that Mafia has the Swamp Smoky. I assume he hasn't, because otherwise I suspect he would probably be beelining for Mafia right now. Then again, I guess he doesn't have magic.
I mean, you can full, not full clear pod, but you can clear pod. You're gonna leave 2 chests behind. Given where pod is, I don't think it's actually a very good decision. Like, I would have totally burned that small key somewhere before doing the hammer jump. And I would have regretted like this. Back to GD with a hookshot. That makes sense.
Yeah. Jixson can go get his Misery Mire big key, and he has the information that the cane is in there, so he does have that as an option. He can go full clear Mire when he wants to. But checking out GT Basement definitely makes sense.
But we also know that we're gonna have a very long fight coming to us.
Yeah, that Armos fight is going to be just as bad for Jixson as it was for Frostbite.
I mean, I'm not even surprised Frostbite's checking that now. Like, he barely saved and quit during the whole run.
Yeah, this is a really, really late backup escape check, but yeah. I'm not surprised. And he gets to check this on the back as well, which works out pretty nicely.
Link's house. I'm assuming he's going to the island first.
Probably. Looks
And
that way.
Hobo. Yep.
And then probably down south to...
I think you never check those two.
That's kind of funny. But that's entrance for you.
It's kind of funny. You went there. Like, you checked the one in the Dark World. Like, I would assume he would have mirrored here. I mean, he didn't miss anything, so it's not that bad for him.
Yeah. Come on, Allison, that joke is so 1 hour ago. Yo, Trez, can I go back to bed? I'm tired.
And Alazin, it's not a Bombos anymore. He has a blue mail. It's an ether.
And I assume now it's a Quake. Yep.
Oh. Is he
Already
going
off
to the Dark World? Or...
He's going south? He might be heading in the general direction of Mafia. No, he's not. Okay. I forget what's over here.
he never checked. He was in the Dark World. He mirrored to Swamp, but he never checked it.
Right. Right. Okay, well, this makes sense then.
But if he go all the way to check that, he's probably gonna check the rock as well.
Yeah, he's going west towards Desert Palace now. So he's gonna find Mafia, get a Swamp Smoky, get the hint about the cane.
If he ever reads it.
Well, I suppose. That is a good point. Yeah, this Ice Armor fight with Master Sword is pretty miserable. Needs to be careful, he's down to 1 heart here.
So I'm guessing right now, Frostbite is gonna beeline, like, probably gonna check the desert entrance. You're here, so sure. And then it's gonna be Swamp, right? With that save point, on top of the mountain, what was the connector? It was the twins. You have to drop in the middle and get to the laser bridge, to the desert rock bridge to get in the Swamp. That's a very easy path.
Yeah. I don't really see Frostbite doing anything other than just beelining to Swamp Palace. If I remember correctly, Fire Rod does 12 damage to Armos as opposed to the 4 damage that Tempered Sword does.
And you need a full bar to kill one, right? So
I don't know. I don't remember Armor's damage table exactly. Maybe it's 8. I don't even know. I know it does more than Tempered. Wow, it's a Swamp Smoky on Mafia. Who could have seen that coming?
totally get Jixson's play right now. He knows about the. He knows about
Getting...
Mire.
Yeah,
So
he's probably just gonna go full clear Mire now.
Nope, apparently not. In Master Sword, no land, not a lot of safety. I mean, you have red mail, sure. You don't have magic.
Yeah.
Didn't even check the desert end, which is good for him. I think it was nothing.
Yeah.
Frostbite.
Not sure what that was about. Alright, so Swamp Palace is like right here, right?
You have to drop to the twin connectors. Not this one. Oh, actually going to Maya first.
Interesting.
Which, I mean, it wouldn't even be that bad for him. Like, he's gonna get the cane. He has the bow with Silvers. He doesn't know about cane though, but...
I mean, this works out for him. He just doesn't know it. At least I don't think he read the hint.
I'm pretty sure he didn't.
I know Frostbite is quite prone to not reading hints because he hates hints. So...
Wow,
Yeah.
Frostbite found Jixson, Kappa.
Wow. Can't believe Frostbite found a second red nail.
I would have loved to see Swamp though, because now that Moth is down, like having information on the last pendant would be very nice.
That's a nice hint for the Ganon's Tower big chest. Speaking of which, there's a big key.
But we
Which
have
you
3
need.
keys to Meyer.
Yeah, I'm not surprised there was progression over here. So that gives him another boss he can go kill. I believe back of desert was Mimic Cave.
Back after it was Mimic Cave. From what I've been tracking on my end.
I'm too lazy to do that. Theoretically,
We don't
yes.
know. Yeah, sure.
Theoretically. We know Kane's in Mire from my hand, so Frostbite's probably about to get it. Oh, it's not vanilla. That's unfortunate. Yeah, we don't know where Ice Palace is. There's that.
Okay, now you here. Wow, it's
There it is.
Kane.
What a surprise. But yes. All we need at this point is the Hera Big Key. But we also need to find Ice Palace, which could be relevant. Could be locked behind.
I believe Frostbite checked everything he could with his current equipment, aside from the desert entrance, but we've seen that from Jixson, so we actually need another piece of progression.
I mean, Ice Palace could be the last pendant and just have nothing. Yeah, I would expect the boots or the mitts to show up somewhere along that path. So is Jixson heading back to Pod? Is that what's happening here?
I believe so. Or not. Make me lie, but going away from the bar right now. Actually surprised Jixson didn't go for Maya yet.
Yeah, same. Allison, I'm probably going to fall asleep as soon as this is done. So, no. Get back to me tomorrow.
And another crystal.
Yeah. So that last pennant is Swamp Palace, Ice Palace, or Turtle Rock, 2 of which we can complete.
Can you not go to GT Frostbite, please? Oh, there it is, it's Swamp.
Oh, okay, it is Swamp. So we do need to find Ice Palace. I mean, what did I say? I told you the last pennant would be Swamp Palace. Game's been chucking Swamp Palace progression out of the entire seed.
He's going. It's still going.
Yeah, I mean, you have to go. It's a lot of items. Although, Land Molas is along this path as well, so he gets to do both.
So yeah, we need, other than the Herabeki, we still need another piece of progression, I would say.
We haven't seen a connector to Meyer area yet, right?
I believe we haven't. And there are only 3 3 entrances left, since we know Meyer.
We're most likely going to need that flute from Blind to find Ice Palace, which means we're going to need the Thieves' Town Binky.
Could be Boots.
It could be Boots. But most likely, Ice Palace is somewhere in the Meyer area.
I mean, could be Boots to find Thieves' Town to go to the Maya area.
Oh yeah, we haven't found Thieves' Town yet either. You're right. Oh, geez, yeah, this could get messy.
And I can actually see that happening, that's the thing.
I can too. Like, we are pretty close to no mode, but this seed could still go on for quite a while. Yeah, he is going into Swamp.
Can't really skip that, even though you know it's abandoned. You have Frostbite if you had read that earlier.
I don't think he's too pleased about that one, just a hunch. Jixson, now going from Austria, will probably be going to Mire and or Swamp shortly afterwards, much like Frostbite.
Where was that? That's a big key again, because Jixson doesn't have it.
That was in Mire, I believe.
Oh yeah, when the biggie chest.
Yeah.
Of Meyer. I mean, that hint, I don't think it was that big of a loss, because it would have probably been into Meyer very early, and probably without the bow. So
yeah,
the fight would have been even longer, and like
Yeah.
The game didn't log anything. I mean, we just got it, so we don't know it.
Jixson having some trouble with Mothula. Does have a potion though, so he should be fine. Yeah, and I mean, Meyer is a good enough play in terms of just checks per minute that you're going in there sooner or later anyway, regardless of whether or not you know.
No, going straight for that sun palette. Doesn't know that's the pendant, but doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
That's still 10 checks. I mean 9 since you don't have the big key, but still a decent amount of chest.
Yep. Unfortunately for him, that means he will need to take a second trip through this connector for Desert Palace later. But that's not a very big time sink.
I mean, the old man is just on top. You just have to mirror and drop. It's not that big of a
It's
deal.
very minor.
So I'm assuming, like, depending on what you find, Frostbite gonna go to Tell Rock after that.
Yeah, probably. Just kill Trinex. Get that taken care of.
I can see the GD right though. Like, it's just literally next to the save point, so that could be a thing. Although I'm not seeing a climb though.
Yeah. Look, it's an ether medallion. That doesn't seem very useful. But maybe it is. Who knows? Swamp Palace not proven too impressive so far.
I mean, that hookshot might actually just be for Maya, right? I mean, we don't have a lamp though.
Yeah. Perhaps.
Never mind.
We got...
Oh,
Oh,
we haven't found that yet.
that's probably required to get the flute. To get the ice. But we need to get the thieves down first, which probably requires the boots. So we're still at an impasse here.
I guess GT. Yep.
That way.
I mean, it's just literally here, so 5 quick checks. Even 6 if he goes all the way to the big chest. I don't know if he will, though.
There was a hint for that. I forget which one of them got it. But we got a hint for the GT big chest. Yeah, we know from a hint that blind has the flute.
Frostbite, please. Don't swing your sword here.
We need to find Ice Palace, and we don't have many entrances left. There's a good chance the flute is required. There's the Tower of Hera, big key.
There
And
are
the
the boots.
boots. Okay, that could be go mode.
That could be go mode, actually.
If Ice Palace is one of the boots locations, that is go mode.
I think south, I would assume.
Yeah,
No.
apparently not. What's the plan here? We don't know where Ice Palace is yet. So, it's either go mode or Mitz for go mode. Because we know where the flute is. That's not a problem.
That's actually a nice connector that he took to get here. I think the cape connector would have led him into the dark world. I'm going for her first. It's not bad.
Yeah, it routes pretty nicely to do this first, I guess. And you're gonna be checking these chests in here for a tempered sword regardless, so... may as well.
I think we've seen every entrance of Backspark, so I believe I'm pretty sure
yeah,
we've
think
seen
so.
all of them.
And Frostbite takes out the boss of the Tower of Hera.
And a whole lot of not.
But he gets a crystal. That will be number 5. So is this Ice Palace? Nope.
And now you have to go back to the Dark World.
Yeah.
I mean, he has to. There's another reason he has to. Laser Bridge is the race game entrance.
Yeah. Where was the front of Turtle Rock again?
The front of Turtle Rock is a little shack next to Dark Lake Halia. The one before the pegs. That house where there's a shop.
That's pretty nice. Then you can check the bonk rocks there after Trinex. That route's pretty nicely.
So, what do you do if you find Thief Town at this point? You just check the other bonk rocks, right?
Yeah, if I find Thieves Town at this point, you probably just wait, right? Make sure you're out of entrances before you commit to it. I mean, the flute doesn't
Frostbite,
even do anything.
please!
Frostbite, please. Like, the flute doesn't even do anything until they get the Titan Smiths. Oh, well, never mind, there's Ice Palace. Let's go, more
That's
boys.
Mode. So Jixson going to fight Vitris. I think he has a lot of safeties. I believe there's the fairy. Oh, actually,
Oh,
not
no,
being
never
able
mind,
to.
he's out. He doesn't want to deal with those dark rooms right now.
That might be one of the reasons he didn't go.
Perhaps. Sub 2. It's close.
That's very close, yeah.
He only has Master Swords again, it might take a while. Yeah, the winner of this plays Shireen in round 2.
Speaking of Shireen,
No, you got it backwards, Allison.
Jixson actually going for TR. You got the cane. I would not have expected a GT play given where it is. Especially when like he's missing a bunch of things. The bow.
Yeah.
There was a good find here. Just after living Mr. Mario would be the lamp in my opinion, but
do wonder where that lamp is. Probably somewhere incredibly stupid as per usual. That's a shovel. That's great. Probably not what he was hoping for.
That's one of the swords. That's Frostbite probably not gonna get.
Highly unlikely.
Is Jixson actually routing to Rogue the Vanilla way? Since he has the 4 keys and a big key.
Looks that way. It's not something you see very
There's the
Like I said, somewhere really stupid.
I mean, there was a pod key here, so I'm not even surprised that the lamp is here.
Oh, bless you, Lamp Logic. Alright, well, Frostbite just has a quick Chinex, and again, a fight ahead of him. Well, I think our runners may be high-fiving at Chinex momentarily.
That's very possible. Do you think that... Nah, I don't think that would be a reason not to go back to pop. I mean, he has 4 small keys right now, talking about Jixson. Actually surprised he didn't go when he was checking stuff around the pyramid.
That bow is proving quite the issue.
Which in the end was only required for him as a king.
Yeah, looks like Jixson lost his way in the dark room and opted to mirror out, presumably to come in from the other direction. Frostbite, meanwhile, has collected his 7th crystal and will be off to fight Ganon.
That's a long way though, from where it's gonna be spent.
Yeah. Gonna take him a little bit.
The hit was nice though. I kind of want to know where the mids are now. Probably nice.
Yeah, probably nice. Alright, let's see this Ganon fight. With Master Sword, he can get a little ugly. But he's pretty well equipped, so he should be fine.
Blade Mail gonna be nice. I think he has a fairy left.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what he has in his bottles exactly.
A fairy for sure. That's what he found in Swamp.
Yeah, I remember that much. I'm not sure if he has anything in the other bottles. And he gets a pretty nice position for phase 2. He gets a lot of free hits in here.
Oh, there's a proportion. That's a lot.
He's got a potion, so he's fine.
I believe he's missing one hit only.
I believe you're correct, unless I am bad at math. And by math, I mean counting to 12.
I think that's gonna be, like, for playing with him a lot, that's gonna be one of Frostbite's best time he ever did in cross keys.
Yeah, probably. I mean, this is a really, really good time. And down goes Ganon.
So GG Frostbite hit. It was very, very nice scene, especially given, like, the early land. We're gonna have to get him into an interview to talk about it and how we thought about getting everything so early.
Yeah, the early game in that seed was very explosive. Don't usually see that. Looks like Jixson is heading back to pod finally. Starting off with a potion glitch, which will probably make him feel a little bit silly once he gets the bow. But, oh
They're
well.
just, like, this one, you also, like, the GD play to get the boots. Like, GD is literally next to the old man safe line.
Yeah.
You have that cane and fire rod. Kinda have to check it.
Nope, Mats is up the potion glitch. That's unfortunate. Of course, he'll be getting his bow momentarily and can do those checks regardless, but...
The boots are in right side GT, which are not blocked by the lamp. I mean, you need the boots to get to the lamp anyway.
Yeah.
And that might actually send him back to GT. I don't know if you got the hint though.
I'm not sure. Oh, he is leaving again. And going to GT, probably.
Most likely has the mirror out. So he's just here. It was actually a very nice boss for GT.
Yeah, having GT right next to save quit point is always nice.
And I believe we have Frostbite joining us for the GG Frostbite.
GG, buddy.
Yeah, that was as frustrated as I've been for so many of the entrance seats I've played recently. I derped into some luck in this one finally. So.
Yeah, you had a very, very strong round for most of that seed.
Yeah, honestly, the thing I was the most mad about, I mean, I had a lot of things. The fact that I hadn't checked those two doors right by Link's house until like an hour and a half in, I found very amusing. And I'm glad that there was lots of items there, but it wasn't anything important. But actually, when I went to Meyer, I didn't mean to go to Meyer. I just forgot what I was doing on Death Mountain, and I was actually trying to go to Swamp Palace at that time. But instead, I dropped down the Meyer side instead of the one next to it, which is what I needed to get into the connector to Swamp. And I was like, I'm already here, let's just do this. And then I found the cave in there, and I was like, oh man, I might actually get some luck in this one. And then, of course, the hit that I regretted the second I didn't check it when I found Swamp right away. And then, of course, it is the most important hint, I would argue, for this seed, other than potentially that ridiculous bow location. But yeah, I got really lucky, and my routing worked out very fortunately.
I don't know, like, you
There
were
were a lot of strong hints in this one.
Yeah, you're right about that. There were. But I mean, I never found a bunch of them, right? Like Swamp Palace Small on Moth. I don't think I found anything in Swamp. Maybe the Hariki, actually. And then Flute on Blind, I never found Thieves Town because I'm assuming it's in the Meyer area somewhere.
Probably, but that one was theoretically pretty useful. When you were looking for Ice Palace, it just ended up not being.
Yeah, exactly. I got super lucky with that too, because Ice Palace was. I mean, of course, I forgot I didn't have mitts, and I couldn't do the super brain smart and go into the Dark World the first time and not double dip that whole little run. But I knew I was in go mode except for locating Ice Palace, and I figured if it's behind one of these 4 boot spots, I don't have to worry about finding anything else. So I just prioritized checking those, and it worked out well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I felt a little irritated about the whole gloves situation because it's one of those things where it's not like I won't go to the sanctuary without a glove, but if I haven't gone there fairly early and there's nothing else around there I can do yet because I don't have the boots, I tend to put it off. And then finding that glove there, it was really the only, I think, like, routing disadvantage I had, because I had to go double check a bunch of glove spots, the last of which ended up being really important. I can't remember what it was, but it was at the desert spot.
Yeah, it was Mafia.
Yeah, that's right. So yeah, I don't know. This was probably, honestly, like, if it's not the best entrance run I've ever had, it's probably the second best one I've ever had. Everything went well for me today. Of course, I'm a chicken, so I'm still checking those spots down the end to try and find that tempered sword. But even my Ganon fight went pretty well for me with Master Sword. It's a lot easier when you have red mail, of course. But yeah, I don't know. When I found that bow, I was like, oh my god, this is nuts. I still think I only found 3 pod keys. Where the heck are the rest of them hiding?
One was in ice. You found it. Went looking for the sword.
I didn't even notice. My eyes were glazed over. It was sword or bust at that point.
Like the thing is, you not getting that chain didn't bring you into GT very early to get your boots, and you were able to go with ice.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I think really the only setback for you in your route this seed was just getting that glove on the fire rod so late, because Jixson got those probably like 20-25 minutes earlier than you.
Yeah, but it's funny. Normally, sorry, Goon, but normally that's one of the spots, like, I tend to be I'm anti-Houlihan at the start, as I was so with the first play all the time. But I tend to do that top loop very quickly, but because of where the Desert Palace connector was, I figured, nuts to this, I'll just figure out what desert is and I'll go back there later. But you're right, that was a little frustrating. And no, I was, this was good. And I like that even some of the hints that were not, like, it says, like, Turtle Rock is at the Pyramid Ferry. Well, for once, I actually knew what the other 3 entrances of Turtle Rock were, so I was figuring, what are the chances that Turtle Rock is something? Because I seem to have a lot of stuff for that early, and there was nothing in it. And the other thing I was surprised was that the whole left side of Ganon's Tower basically had nothing in it too, because I basically left Ganon's Tower, and then I almost immediately found the hook shot. So for a long time, I'm just thinking, Ganon's Tower, Ganon's Tower, Ganon's Tower, and I get there and there's absolutely nothing, and I was sort of like, in my mind, I'm like, okay, whatever I find in Ganon's Tower, I'll go there. And then when I didn't find anything, I was like, okay, what on earth do I do next? And I regrouped pretty quickly. But no, hey, for me, any seed without a missed track is awesome. I don't know whether I never found the bomb shop or if I didn't mark it on my calendar or on my tracker. That's the only thing. But yeah, it was a fairly fun seed. If you knew the tricks, right? If you could do the hammer yump, it was a really available seed. And just the decision not to spend, because sometimes I'll just spend that key on the Hellway and figure, whatever, I probably can't beat it anyways. But then when you find the bow afterwards, that would have been a real feels bad man moment. So glad I didn't do that. I had a lot of items, so I was sort of in sort of go mode conservation more at that point than exploration. So yeah, it was a fun seed. It went well. I didn't, I got the mirror in the very first chest. You'll never complain about a seed like that, right?
Right. Yeah, I think I probably would have opened the Harmless Hellway door and then regretted my decision instantly. So, props to you. Yeah,
I was really thinking about that the whole time I was running back there, and I was just like, I'm still leaving the boss, I'm still leaving the bow side because I can't mimic clip and I don't have a bottle. So there's quite a few things to draw me back there. So I figured if there was something in the Harmless Hellway, I probably wouldn't last location it at least. So
yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, and I'm really happy I found that Hera key, because you better believe I was ready to climb that Ganon's Tower. And I think, honestly, outside of that, and of course the boots were there too, so that opened a bunch of spots, but I was pretty determined to go up that tower at that point too, and not find, and just being waylaid at the last moment was obviously, you know, a 5 to 10 minute time save, because I believe the Lost Woods hideout was behind the Ganon's Tower hole too, so I'm thinking, are the boots there? Is that what the troll is this seed? So yeah, I think there was an item. I think I crossed off all the ones except that one.
It was the thief hideout.
Yeah.
But you routed that pretty well.
Yeah.
I think by the 1 hour mark, you basically did the whole, like, most of the overworld already with that mirror. It was actually crazy.
Yeah, it was so weird, and it's like every time I got to like the end of a route, I got a connector that put me at the start of like another route. Like, oh, you're at the Dark World Witch's Hut without a glove, and really I was going to go do the shopping mall at that point. But then I got the connector up to the other side of the world, where I hadn't been yet, so I decided to explore that. And yeah, I think. The other thing is having, like, I'm glad, I tend to rush Skull Woods fairly early, and I'm glad I had the fire rod when I went there, because that would have been a brutal spot if there wasn't a hint for the ice rod back there, if you had cleared up Skull Woods without the fire rod, so.
Yeah, I personally tend to put off Skull Woods probably longer than I realistically should.
Yeah.
But
I'm sometimes torn, because it's like, there's so many spots that are right open as soon as you dump into the Dark World, but sometimes you get that horrible Skull Woods, and if you don't have the mirror, then you're basically committing to save quitting, and yeah, it's an interesting play. But no, I feel like I'm getting like, I wasn't distracted in this one. A lot of times I get distracted while I'll be listening to something or whatever, so I was able to focus, make sure I didn't misclick anything, and really, you know, not be losing my train of thought. And it's amazing how much that helps when you're not. I only had the one time when I forgot what I was doing, and that was it. And it went well. I got lucky. Everything got in my way. It's always good when you know you've skipped about 6 or 7 items that are logically required. And I think this is my best time. I've got one time faster than this, I think, in a practice run, but this is my best time ever in a race. And it's sub 2 on the screen, right? That's what counts, right? That's what we go by.
yeah, I got that sub 2 in game.
Yeah, exactly. But no, it was a super fun seed, and yeah, I look forward to watching it back, because I feel like I made few enough execution mistakes that I won't be face palming the whole time I watch the run back. So.
All right.
Anyways, thanks for calling the race, guys, and thanks for Trez for putting all these races on. I'm going to step out and grab something to eat, and I'll probably hop into the Twitch stream in a bit to watch the end of it.
Alright, that sounds good, yeah.
So meanwhile, we have Jixson found the boots and went straight to Ice Palace. He's gonna be very happy to find his land.
I'm probably less happy to not find his bow.
He left a whole bunch of chests in pot though, so kinda expect him to come back. He has 5 keys right now.
Yeah.
6 keys, yeah, all 6. Even better.
Although there is a good chance he'll find the Titan's bits in here, which might drive him further off course.
We have seen those chests, we just didn't see the right side.
Yeah.
There has to be progression here, or it's on top of GT, which could be bad.
Yeah, the mids could be up there, I guess.
I mean, having the lamp here, I believe, of course, I only found one key, but you would put a lot of things back into logic having that.
Yeah, definitely. That hint might have been useful about an hour and a half ago. No sign of those mids yet.
Only one chest left.
Yeah. I wonder where they are.
I mean, with 3 keys to GT, in logic, you could open until just before Moldon, right?
Yeah.
Because what is even left at this point?
We've got the
Frostbite.
shovel. We've got the stuff at the top of GT.
Did Jixson check Dark Punk Rocks? I believe he did the light one, but I'm not sure he did the dark one.
I'm not sure. Seeing nice sword beam strat. Folks there. Conserve the magic. Sword was...
T-Rock.
Yeah, it was from
Entrance.
T-Rock.
Believe he's going to Hera now.
Seems that way. Reasonable play. question is, where will Jixson head next?
I believe it cleared TR and Meyer at this point.
Yeah. Most likely.
But yeah, I'll definitely do that before going back to pod.
Yeah.
But I hope he won't do the ascent before going back to
Well, he
pod.
doesn't have the bow. So
Oh yeah, true.
I doubt he's gonna do that.
So he has to go back to pod after that. Alright.
He may have some stray overworld checks lying around like that shovel.
Wait, he killed Trinos already, right? So only Vitreous.
Yeah, it's just Vitreous left for him. Other than Helmasaur. But he does have some overworld stuff lying around that he may choose to do before he goes back to pod, like that shovel. Doesn't seem quite sure what he wants to do right now.
Just having good Jason's was faster.
It was definitely faster. Oh, oh no, he changed his mind. Okay.
Guess gonna check the shovel first, yeah.
Looks that way, probably. No, we're going in here. What's in here? I don't remember. Okay, it's this connector. I don't know where this goes. I have been taking notes. Good commentator.
I'm not sure we have seen the other side of this. Oh, we did.
Well. That's not terribly helpful, is it?
So are you going back to pod?
He might be. No, he's going down here. Bombo's tablet?
I guess. That's the shovel check, I guess.
Yeah. So if this isn't mitts, I'm not quite sure where they are. Are they locked behind the GT entrance?
Oh. I believe Frostbite didn't open everything in part as well.
Yeah, there's a few chests left there. Well, we're going back to Mire.
So that's all we have left, right? Oh, then the GT Ascent.
I think so. I think those are the only remaining spots that could be. Or behind the Gannis Tower entrance.
I marked Spike Cave in Kakariko, and I believe we haven't seen that.
Yeah, I don't remember anyone checking that.
Like, the battles were very, very late, and I really don't think we haven't seen anything around Spike Cave.
Yeah, I believe you're correct. I assume he's just gonna go back to pod after this. Like, he's got all 6 keys and the lamp, and I really don't think he has much else left open.
They should not alone. I mean, he checked everything like Frostbite, right? I mean, there's no way not checking everything. He had the glove as well, so can't really miss a lot when doing your
Yeah.
overworld tour.
Can't think of much of anything that he has left, except for that spike cave you mentioned. I don't think we ever saw that. Down goes Vitreous, some nice use of the cape.
That would be Aga Tower in second chest.
Oh yeah, I guess there's that. That's a thing we haven't seen. Also nothing. Where are those meds? They have to be upstairs GT at this point, right? Or one of the chests in pod. That wasn't checked. Well, can't think of anything else.
Are you even gonna find them? It's going to spike you, right? Like it's like the
Maybe.
shop in Kag. That
Probably.
has to be spike you.
Seems likely.
No.
Guess not. Alright, where are we going?
Potion shop.
Okay.
I mean, yes, sure. He's getting some potion before Spike Cave.
May as well stock up on potions. This is probably the place in the game you're gonna need potions the most, so why not, right?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it has enough hearts. You wouldn't need that much magic, I would say.
Yeah. Yeah, so play it safe though.
Well, there's something at the top. That's the last smoky, right?
Yeah. I guess that's where the myths are. At this point, I feel like he has probably exhausted all of his non-Palace of Darkness options. I really, really, really can't think of anything. But I've been saying that for the past 15 minutes now, and he keeps proving me wrong.
It has to go, right? I mean, that's the only spot that.
Yeah. I don't disagree with his reluctance to go back to pod, though. I wouldn't want to go back to pod either.
Without the bow, I'm thinking you might actually find it elsewhere. Sure, that's kind of reasonable of a play.
Yeah.
Not gonna be had, but it's gonna be in go mode.
Yup. And with 6 crystals already, it's going to be a very, very quick go mode.
Actually, gonna see the chest. Frostbite left. And we'll be able to figure out where the base are.
Yep. Well, they're not here.
It's also one of the reasons he bought potions, I guess. He's gonna attempt the potion glitch again. Nope.
I mean,
He's
only
both
needs to
will
go
go.
at this point. There's no
So-
point.
Apparently Frostbite found the mids on top of GT. Are they?
How are we holding up, guys?
It's going pretty good over here.
Yeah, it's good.
It's looking like we finally find the bow.
Jixson's gonna find it pretty soon. He's gonna hit go mode.
Yeah, he's gonna get it in a minute here.
So, Frostbite, where were the myths?
They're on top of GT. That's the only spot we have left. Right
Yeah,
now.
we're assuming that's where they are. I can't think of anywhere else that we haven't seen.
Oh, that's the only one I really hate. In OTR, we actually have a way to even using the web patcher or the web generator to actually get spoiler logs after the race is done. Like, it's really secure, but there's a way. And I'd love to have that here, because it would be so interesting.
Ah, I guess that works too, Frostbite.
Oh boy.
Nobody was getting those.
And Jixson just hit go mode right now.
Yeah,
Gonna kill Helm as a king and the pig. And it's gonna be done.
Yeah, it's gonna be a very, very quick and easy go mode. As is often the case in Cross Keys.
That was actually worse than we expected. Thieves Town in Ganon's Tower.
Yeah, I mean they had to be either on top of GT or in the GT entrance. I'm pretty sure.
So you actually not getting the flute and not getting the mid. Getting a hit for something that is in GT.
Good stuff.
That's a strong hint. If Thieves Town wasn't in GT.
I mean, in theory, it's a really powerful hint. It just ended up being completely irrelevant in this particular scene. Jixson giving that turtle a nice hug to get rid of his sword beams.
Which I totally agree.
Yeah.
Sword beams against turtles just...
It's not good. It's not great.
But about the flute, like, Frostbite is still here. Did you actually find the T-Sun small key?
That one's probably on like Smith Chain or something. Assuming the mitts were in the front. And with that, Jixson has collected his 7th crystal and will be off to fight Ganon. Unfortunately, getting to Ganon is going to take a little bit.
I'm just surprised that our runners didn't use the cape connector that was putting them in Outcast.
Yeah, I don't think we saw them use that once. I think
Frostbite, he took it the first time and he never used it again. In my opinion, that was a very strong connector.
Yeah, that's actually not, like, especially in a scene without a flute, that's pretty powerful. Wow. So was the one on top of the mountain, so... Eh. Does not quite get the one cycle on phase 2. And a nice triple to finish off Ganon. GG's to Jixson as well.
GG's to Jixson.
Alrighty. Is Jixson joining us? Let's find out.
I don't know.
I'm asking him else we'll actually cut the stream here. By the way, folks, if you are part of like the Discord for the tournament and are interested in doing commentary yourself, we are still looking for comms for the next match tonight at, what is it? 7 p.m. Eastern? Itaka versus GFE. We still are looking for trackers and for commentators. for that match. And while we wait, I want to already give a big shout out to Goomba and Lilin for doing the commentary, and to Nado and iBot for doing the tracking. You are all amazing. So here's your shout out.
Yeah, it was my pleasure.
I thought here's your shout out. Hello, Bod? Why is my Bod not here?
It wasn't my pleasure as well.
Rip bot.
Why is my Bod not here?
Rip. Press F, etc.
Yeah, press F to pay respects for my Bod that apparently died. These are dark times, folks. My Bod has died. And it's not coming back.
Cut the hands.
But yeah, shoutouts to you four, and shoutouts to Frostbite and Jixson, who is about to join us, hopefully any second. Come on, Bod. Be a nice Bod. Be a nice Bod. Will you? Please? No! Oh, great. That's probably the Twitch API being bad again. That's what you get for coding your own bot. GG, Jixson.
Hey, Jixson, GG.
Hello, Jixson, GG.
We don't hear you.
Sorry, is that any better?
Yeah, there we go. GG.
Thanks for the GGs.
Now I have hope. Now I have hope. Come on.
Oh, is it working?
No! Okay then. I'm giving up for now. But yeah,
Rip.
GG. So
So what do you think about that seed?
Other than apparently missing a bunch of locations and missing some dungeons, that seemed to go well apparently for myself.
Yeah, it was a very generous seed in the beginning. Lots of good early items.
Right, having an early glove, early hammer, early pearl was nice, and a sword.
Yep, lots of good stuff.
oh, apparently all of Twitch chat died. That would explain.
Suddenly this makes more sense.
Yeah,
That makes sense. As soon as I connected, like Discord kind of went to bed, and everything else kind of acted weird too.
now I feel better with myself.
That's interesting.
But I had fun. That's, kind of all that matters in this.
Yeah, in the end, we're here to have fun, right?
Are
Right.
we?
I
thought
think
this
so.
is-
That's
this
why I'm
I
here.
am.
I thought this is like hard reality here. Like,
Hmm. Maybe I'm doing this wrong.
Right.
so, Dixon, you are now facing GFE or Hitaka. I'm not sure if you know any one of them. That match.
I know their
Go ahead.
I know their names, but I can't say I know
Okay.
anything specific about them.
But yeah, this match is actually coming up in 2 hours, so you will find your opponent there.
That's good. That's pretty quick to find out.
Yeah, gives you a chance to scout your opponent as well.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
you're
when
so
your
inclined.
preparation can start.
Right.
But yeah, this has been an interesting seed, especially in the beginning. Like, this was the second seed in this tournament in a row that had Mirror in Link's house. We had the same thing this
Yeah.
morning.
Yeah, I was watching that race this morning as well, actually.
Yeah, that's very odd to have the same item there.
Yeah, but if there is an item I would like to find in Link's house, it's probably that one.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it makes it bunny traversal a heck of a lot easier, although it does open more places for the pearl.
yeah, it's that one. Like, if I could pick an item to just place in Link's house at the start of every cross key seed, it would probably be a glove or the mirror.
Absolutely.
Maybe the flute. Maybe.
So, I know where Flute was, but where was Thieves Town?
According to Frostbite, it was in Ganon's tower.
The Flute?
Well, Thieves Town was.
Oh, Thieves... Oh, okay.
Like, in the GT entrance.
Oh, okay. Well, that explains why I didn't find it.
Yeah.
It does, doesn't it?
And also, Thieves Town had the mids. So.
Okay, well, that makes sense. So,
presumably Eastern Palace was somewhere in the Meyer area, I guess.
right. Yeah, I kept expecting, to find either Meyer or the Mitts, in all honesty, and then it would open. But I was like, there's not any Mitts unlocked locations that I have available right now.
Yeah, like there was a point where the only thing we as commentators and viewers needed for no mode was figuring out where Ice Palace was, and it's like, well, this seed could go for another 10 minutes or another hour. Who knows?
That was because I knew I wouldn't have to go back. That's for my notes. I didn't write down even where Ice was. I was like, well, I can full clear it. I don't really need to know where it is.
Yeah. I mean, it's the same for me. Like, if I find a dungeon and I can full clear it, I don't even bother tracking it. I just full clear it and leave, and that's that.
I still mark it on my tracker because it's kind of nice.
I
know
don't
that I did
bother.
everything.
I once I full clear a dungeon, I just take it off my tracker so it's not as cluttered, personally.
Alrighty. This has been a tough match, and for me, a pretty exhausting one because I had to handle like 4 things at a time. But that's fine, that's what you get. So,
Yeah, that's fine.
sorry, folks, about the chat thing. That's not on our end. That's actually on Twitch. So, yeah, Twitch is officially dead.
Rip.
Rest of this tournament will be on Smash Cars. Does anybody still use that?
I doubt it.
Does that even exist anymore?
I doubt it.
It does.
It does. Wow.
It does.
Amazing.
I don't even know what it is.
Does Hitbox still exist?
I think so.
No, Hitbox is now Smash Cars.
Oh.
Alright. Thanks everyone for watching. I want to say, again, a big shout out to the 4 volunteers for today. And to Jix and Frostbite. And yeah, see you all in 2 hours when we bow back with round 2 between GFE and Hitaka here on ZSR 1. Right now on ZSR 2 we have the OT Beta Quest Bingo Tournament. So if you want to check that out, go ahead and go over there. Zelda Speedruns 2. And until then, see you all later. Thanks.